Hello YouTube, it's Shadow Hero 90, and in this episode of Shadow Reviews, I'm going to be reviewing part 1 of the 2012 film adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Part 1 begins with basically news. Bruce Wayne wins a race that I can only assume was for charity. And most importantly, they establish that the mutants already exist and that crime in Gotham City is at an all-time high. Bruce Wayne makes his annual trip to Crime Alley, to pay his respects to his dead parents, as that's where they were shot. He encounters two members of the mutant gang, and since Bruce Wayne isn't afraid of them, they run. Bruce wasn't able to sleep that night, so he goes down to the Batcave and looks at the Jason Todd Memorial, as that was the big factor in his decision to retire. And note, this storyline, The Dark Knight Returns, was written before A Death in the Family. So technically, Frank Miller, more or less, did this on the Earth he created before the event happened on Earth Prime. Later, Bruce is watching the news, and he sees Harvey Dent talking about how Bruce had paid for his rehabilitation and plastic surgery. Bruce Wayne is channel surfing, and it seems that the media can't shut up about the mutants. They're causing trouble for every part of Gotham, hurting people left and right. And this scene truly begins to shine when Bruce comes upon a channel that's playing The Mark of Zorro, the movie his parents took him to the night they were gunned down in Crime Alley, as seeing it forces Bruce into an internal struggle that leads Bruce to the fact that he can't continue living like this. He has to go back to being Batman. He needs it. And the bat that crashes in through his window basically symbolizes that, as it mirrors the one that crashed in through that same window decades ago that essentially inspired him to create the Batman persona. In what I can only assume was less than 4 hours, Batman essentially saved at least 12 people and put a ton of criminals in the hospital, just like the good old days. And although the people of Gotham City were happy that he was back, the mutants, or in particular, the mutant leader, was not. Batman tracks down one of Two-Face's old lackeys and basically interrogates him on information that he then sends to Commissioner Gordon. When Commissioner Gordon finds out that Batman has returned, he instantly goes up to the roof with this other cop to turn on the bat signal, because he knows that justice has officially returned to Gotham. He mentioned there being other ways to contact the Dark Knight, but this one would be the best, as it would let everyone know that he's out there. Commissioner Gordon calls Batman up to discuss a current robbery of 2 military helicopters, and they're sure that it's Two-Face. The henchman that Batman interrogated earlier didn't know much, but Two-Face said that what he was planning would happen tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, and the second day of the month, as well as the fact that not only has Harvey Dent wrapped both sides of his face in bandages, Two-Face apparently no longer needs his coin, as when Batman found it, both sides were now scarred, symbolizing that, yeah, the whole rehabilitation of Harvey Dent thing did not go over well, and Batman is going to have to bring him in once more. Commissioner Gordon then brings up the fact that Batman can't just bring Two-Face in and that would be the end of it. He would have to fight the mutants as well, which is the reason why Batman came out of retirement and admits that he fully intends to. Batman foils Harvey Dent's plan, and a fight ensues. And as it turns out, yes, Bruce Wayne did pay for Harvey Dent to get plastic surgery to have his face fixed, but inside, Harvey Dent was still insane. That shrink was basically a brain-dead clown who didn't know what he was doing. And in the end, Harvey didn't care about getting the $2 million. He just wanted to use the 2 bombs to blow up Gotham City and basically kill himself and everyone in it. Dent actually, he basically breaks down in front of Batman, basically saying that he saw this as just one big sick joke, that the world was playing on him, that everyone was laughing at him, pretending that he was normal. Even going so far to say, pretending he looked normal, implying that everyone around him, they weren't going to give him a second chance and still viewed him as Two-Face, even though, well, part of the one half of his face wasn't scarred. And, well, for more symbolism, they alter the perception a bit so that both sides of Harvey Dent's face look like they did before the plastic surgery, completely scarred up. Okay, so at this point in the movie, Batman has long since inspired Carrie Kelly to get her own Robin costume and basically try to help fight crime as the third Robin. With Two-Face no longer being a threat, Batman spares no time in ripping apart the mutants. The mutant leader said in a press release that, or at least on a tape that he sent to the Gotham News, that he would personally kill Batman, which leads to the mutants who weren't captured by the GCPD to essentially become this new vigilante group called the Sons of Batman. After Batman defeated their leader, they decided it would be for their best interest to try and fix what they broke, train under the Dark Knight, and and essentially redeem themselves. We get the scene where Commissioner Gordon retires, and an ending where the news report about the Sons of Batman actually wakes up the Joker, who is now fully aware that his arch nemesis is active once again, which brings him out of the catatonic state he had been in for the past 10 years.